Sure. Cool. All right, then. Well, let's move on to Hyundai, who has tried to automate the, quote, nagging car salesman. Now, Hyundai have named the cute little robot DALI, which is clearly a play on Wall-E, right? And they're using because of social distancing, because of the fact that everyone Googles cars. They know exactly what they want to buy when they come into a showroom. They are experimenting with this cute little robot that I think in reality basically gives you information. It's basically an iPad shaped like a robot, really. Right. But they are experimenting with it and trying to use it as a product differentiator of, hey, come to our showroom. There are people there that you can engage with, but there's also, if you don't want to speak to people, if you feel like you're going to be sold to and you don't want that experience, you can engage with DALI instead. Is this... Oh, and I'll double down on this as well. They're a South Korean car maker. South Koreans clearly love their technology, and so I think it's more based in that market as opposed to the US, European market. But is there something to this, Victor? Are we going to see more automated car salespeople robots in the future?
Well, it's interesting because, it would be totally offensive if you walk into the dealership and you're like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to the inanimate object over here. You know what I mean? That's already offensive, right? Yeah. I'll talk to the inanimate object. But on the subject of where we're at today in our culture, with social distancing, wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't it just make sense? It's almost like, since we can't get to virtual reality, like bring the experience to us yet fully, maybe that's the next step in the evolution of the actual virtual experience. Go there, talk to a robot, and it may be just fun to talk to the robot.
For sure. Again, I think it could be a gimmick. So this is from jalopnik.com, and I'm going to quote from them now. In the event that a customer enters the showroom without wearing a mask, the android, so they're not even calling it a robot, they're calling it an android. It doesn't look very human-like, just to clarify that, but called an android. The android recognizes it and advises the customer to wear one, to put a mask on, basically. So there's multiple elements to this. It's basically taking over the job of perhaps more of a receptionist than a salesperson at this point. But I think I would go to a car showroom to see this in action, even if I wasn't going to buy a car. This might be a way to generate foot traffic and a marketing gimmick as opposed to anything else.
I agree with that, actually. It is a marketing gimmick. You almost want to experience it, like the vending machine Carvana. Mm-hmm. You want to put the big coin in and just see your car, brought up. It's just like, because we've gotten to a point, we've talked about this. I don't want to say a car is a car, but the cars are it's just a matter of taste now and choice. So if that's the case, then we can probably do this with a robot.